Hey guys, my name is Mackenzie and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, you probably saw this video because you love books just as much as I do. Anyway, in today's video, since March is officially over, I thought we would do my TBR for the month of April. I've also done a lot of damage buying books recently. Someone needs to put me on a book ban because I cannot stop. Like, it's bad. And yes, I am wearing my Harry Styles pleasing crew neck because, like everyone else in the world, I'm so obsessed with Harry Styles. Like, he controls my life. Money is fake, Harry Styles is forever. That's it. Alright, like I said, I've been on a crazy book buying recently. So here are all the books I have bought, not in just one day. No, I'm not that crazy. These are a couple of books that I bought over the past weeks, and my very, very ambitious TBR for the month of April. And yes, there are 10 books right here. Will I read all of them or any of these on my TBR list? Probably not, because does anyone stick to their TBR for the month? No. And if you do, good for you. So let's talk about the first book I want to read in April, and the first one that's on my TBR list. This one I know I will definitely read because it is the third book to the Shadow Me series. This is called Ignite Me. So in March, I decided to start the Shadow Me series. I read the first book called Shadow Me and the second book, which is Unravel Me. And if you want to know my opinions about these books, then make sure you check out my March reading recap, which I posted last week on my channel. And if you did watch my March reading wrap-up, then you know that I wasn't totally obsessed with the first book in the Shadow Me series, but everyone on Book Talk kept telling me to continue reading the series, and I'm happy I did because I did like the second book, Unravel Me. So I'm really excited to see what the third book is about, and right now I'm very much Team Warner, so we'll see how it goes. And the second book on my TBR for April is called Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. This is actually a thriller book about three sisters. One went missing years ago and the other two had a falling out. And I believe the two sisters are trying to find out what happened to their other sister who went missing years ago. I posted this book on my Book Talk and a lot of people were warning me, saying that this is very, very dark. So am I afraid to read this? Yes I am. But here's your warning too. Also make sure you check out the trigger warnings before reading this book. And I'm scared but also really excited to see what this is all about. So one of my goals in April is to read more fantasy books. Fantasy is my least favorite type of genre. I don't know what it is about fantasy, but I find that for me, I kind of struggle with it just because there's so many made up words in the book, and then I'm just like, I don't know what's going on, like this land and this place is not real, but I really want to try to get into it. I just feel like I haven't been reading the right types of fantasy books to make me actually like the genre of fantasy. So I went on Book Talk and I kind of just like searched up a bunch of popular fantasy books, and here are three that I decided to buy. The first one is A Dance of Thieves, and the reason I bought this book is because the cover is absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of what drew me to buying the book, so I'm really excited to read this. So next I got The Cruel Prince and A Court of Thorns and Roses. Both of these I've seen a lot on Book Talk, so I'm hoping that they're worth the hype. And do I have any idea what either of these books are about? No, I absolutely have no clue. I kind of just bought them without even reading the back of the cover. So I'm really relying heavily on Book Talk to help me, and hopefully these books are great. So towards the end of April, I want to start reading summer books. I absolutely love summer books. There's nothing I love more than just sitting on the beach or laying outside and tanning and just opening a book and getting lost in the book. Like, and then the sun's hitting on you and you have a cold drink in your hand. The birds are chirping and there's no clouds in the sky, just blue skies, and then you hear like the waves crashing, and just reading summer books hit different. I can't even describe it. Anyway, a book that I think is going to give me major summer vibes and one that I'm going to save towards the end of April is called The Roughest Draft. This is actually written by two different people, and I believe they're engaged or they're married. I'm not too sure. But I picked this up not only because of the cover, but I heard that this book is similar to Beach Read by Emily Henry, and I really enjoyed this book, so I think I will like this one. And this book literally just screams summer. Like, the title is Beach Read, and this one also, like, just by the picture, it looks like they're at a pool. You have two different writers right here, and this one also screams summer to me. I feel like both of the covers are pretty similar. I really enjoyed this book, and this is kind of like an enemies to lovers, where we have two main characters and they were writers who kind of hate each other but end up falling in love. And I believe the same thing happens in the Rogers Draft, where we have two writers who co-wrote a book together that became a great success, but both of the authors had a falling out and they decided not to talk to each other again. But soon they were forced to reunite to work together to write another book. And apparently this one takes place in a small town in Florida, so I'm really excited, and I believe this one will give me major summer vibes. The next book on my TBR is called Love and Gelato. I've been seeing this book a lot, and it's a YA romance book. I'm not sure if I'm going to read this in April or save it for a warmer day in the summer. I know absolutely nothing about this book, but I've heard nothing but great things, and I believe it takes place in Italy. And I've been dying to go to Italy so badly. Like, a summer in Italy just sounds amazing, but the plane tickets are just so expensive. So I'm really hoping that this book will transport me to Italy. These next 3 books on my April TBR are literally the only reason why I even decided to go to Barnes & Noble. And that is the Summer I Turned Pretty series. I've been dying to get my hands on these books, but every time I went to Barnes & Noble, they never had them in stock. So when they finally did, I just knew I had to buy them. And not only did they finally have them in stock, but this one was also buy one, get one 50% off, which is another reason why I bought Love and Gelato. So I bought this book and then I got this one 50% off. So, you know, I love that deal. And every time I see the buy one, get one 50% off, it just like lures me in. It's like, buy me, you need to buy more books. I'm like, no, I don't need to, but 50% off. Like, it's a deal I can't give up, you know? Anyway, I'm really excited to read these because I believe a TV series is coming out on Amazon Prime. I also saw that Haley Pham read these books recently and she really enjoyed them, and I normally really like all of her recommendations, so I just knew I had to pick them up. So the first book in the series is The Summer I Turned Pretty, and then we have It's Not Summer Without You, and finally, We'll Always Have Summer. And the colors of these books are absolutely gorgeous next to each other. Like, when I put these on my bookshelf, like, yes, they just look so pretty and they just scream summer. I'm really excited to read this series, and I'm thinking about doing a reading vlog, so let me know in the comments down below if that's something that you would want to see. So those are all the books I want to read in the month of April. Let me know in the comments down below which book I should read first. I'm super excited to try to read more fantasy this month and to also start reading summer books once again. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my book videos. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media, which I'll link down below, and definitely check out my book talk, which I post a book video almost every day. I hope all of you accomplish your reading goals in the month of April. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!